Hi everyone, I am pretty obviously off out on the bike, but there's reason for it today. It is Sunday the 1st of December and Liverpool are playing Manchester City, and I've had plenty of clips for quite a while about match traffic. So what time are we? We're about 1 o'clock. Kick-off's a little bit later on, 4:30 I think, if I remember rightly. So we're just going to have a little look today about how you deal with match traffic. This used to be the road through Anfield Road. They used to close this off at match time. Now we are 3 hours before the match, so it's obviously not that busy, but it's already getting a bit busier.
Going in then.
Can see me? But like I said on the intro, we've got a few clips from people who have sent in about dealing with match traffic, so let's roll them.
This first clip is from Liverpool, and this is Everton's ground, Goodison Park. It looks to me as though this is prior to the game, and everyone's in the pub having a drink, and there's pedestrians everywhere all over the road. The best piece of advice that I can give is operate your motor vehicle at the same speed as the pedestrian, and just go along with them. There's no point even trying to get past, because there's always going to be others a little touch further up the road, and when they've had a drink, they're probably not going to be paying attention, like these two. Sooner or later, they're going to work out that there's a car behind them. Nottingham Forest fans this time, and it looks as though the game's just ended and we've got thousands of people trying to get home or get back to their cars in one foul swoop. For me, this is much more problematic because people will just walk out in front. Again, a speed at less than walking pace is probably the best idea. And even when they've finished at the pedestrian crossing area, we can see that there's that many fans that are taking over lane 1 and halfway into lane 2. As with any type of risk, if you're ever in doubt, just stop. Watch how these Newcastle fans coming out of St James's Park literally override the lights. I'm actually surprised that this section of road isn't closed by the police at the end of the match, at least for 15-20 minutes to allow the majority of people to get home safely. Any motorist isn't getting anywhere quickly in this situation. And a little bit further on isn't much better. Again, moving at approximately the same speed as the pedestrian is the safest option. For me, scenarios like this, where the crowds aren't as heavy and your speed could be a little bit higher, puts potentially the pedestrians at more risk. Don't forget, there's also a possibility of drivers nipping into that parking spot that they've just found. Or, as in this case, just barging across when they should have really given way. They couldn't have gone far with the pedestrians crossing that road, but they go anyway. And also, something important to remember, it doesn't have to be match day for you to encounter people and crowds on a similar sort of level. What about school letting out times? The risks here can be just as high, if not higher, because kids can be unpredictable. Again, keep your speed down.
Virgil van Dijk. Okay, so there's a big, obviously, big high risk of course. There's a big risk when you're dealing with loads of people, in this case 60,000 people coming out from the stadium. I'm suspecting quite soon this may even be team arriving shortly anyway, but we're obviously walking a bike, but it's just a case of being sensible, just a case of being mindful that people will just be walking out. Hi buddy, you're right. Yeah, people will be ignoring the rules. Done it myself as well. I've been walking out from the match and there's just a big crowd of people, even though it should be cars priority, people are just walking out. I think what we do nowadays though, they deal with things a little bit more sensible way. They've segregated this area here, for example, but I am just going to have a quick look, walking down one of the little side roads just to think whether I could ride. Could probably ride on this little section, but I'd have to take care, but honestly I think I'd rather not. So head round. But I'm not going to match today. I haven't been, if I was honest, for a number of years. And I don't think I would go back. Got my own reasons for that, but I'm not going to air anything in public. It's just things that have gone on, not to me. Anyway, but still a huge Liverpool fan. I'll be absolutely watching the game a little bit later. If you think all the way through there, could I have ridden? Possibly. I think that section outside the new stand probably would have been classed as pavement. This section, a bit different though. In fact, I think I am going to mount up again and just see what I'm going to do with the traffic. One's waiting. Probably just turned away where there's nothing, so I'm just going to head back up this way and then head up to the top and see how I have to ride to make it safe, or whether or not I've got to make a decision to get off and walk. Let's have a look at it. Tour of the murals today as well. Here's Jan's and Trent. Perfect choice, Ashley. Same thing again. People are going to be looking at the murals. Going to be seeing, getting the photos and seeing what we can take for memories. Just going to head this way, I think. So still okay to ride. No issue. Notice now. Could be using my voice. Honestly, can't be arsed. Just going to pick my way through sensibly. No issues. So, common sense approach always wins. No big deal, if I was honest, but if it gets too much, notice I dismounted when they were taking the photos outside the Trent mural. I'm happy for this one to come through, and I've just shown them that's the case as well. Thank you, buddy. And I've still got to show a little bit of caution. Notice my pace and how it's dropped. Notice as well how you have to be thinking for other people. Same thing here around the Mo mural. Cleggy, how are you, bud? If you need any funeral services, come see my mate Cleggy. Cleggy was a footballer, just like me. I was at Liverpool with Cleggy. Not surprised he's going to match as well. Good lad. Good to see you, mate. So, yeah, what did I have to do with the private hire in front of me? I had to do the observing for him. How are you, buddy? You all right?
Okay.
Is he going in there? No.
Okay, go.
Cheers, boss. So, I think that's enough for that. Just take a little bit of a common sense approach. Like I've mentioned, you won't go far wrong. Keep safe, everyone. I'll see you soon.